This one off. Olympia plays short. It's Waterloo out to Cabello. He goes to Ralph. The Englishman fakes one way, sells a bit of candy to Curran Ferns, and then overhits his pass looking for Jono Griffiths, and it flies out of play. As Dwayne Walsh from the fullback position throws in, fires no one but Nick Mills. Very casually gives back to the Zebra man. He hoofs it down the line and bounces out for a Jake Van der May throwing. He opts to let Jono Griffiths take it. The fullback throws in with Ralph. He tries some trickery. It comes for Walsh. He uses Marchioli. He dishes back, looks through to McEwen. McEwen scoops the ball over. Can't quite find Marchioli. Nice bit of work by Nichols, finds Moons, but it's taken now from the Zebras. And nice bit of work from Lazinski with a back heel. Almost finds McEwen, but it's chopped out. Nichols spreads it out to the right side. Can't quite tell who's on that ball out there. Who we got there, ladders? Nick Meredith. I cannot tell it's him because he's rocking the double glove. Big Nick Meredith. Aussie Ulster Romney throws forward. A header wins it back from Zebras. It's Marchioli in the ball, tries to find Ferns. A bit sloppy, lets in Ralph, but a timely tackle from Ferns wins it back. Plays back to Ferguson through Fielding. And his long hit down the right side misses the target and bounces over the head of Dwayne Walsh.
That was a shocking kick. If you didn't hear him, Matty Ferguson yelled out, "Cheryl," indicating for Marchioli, and that's gone well wide of him. He looks like he's going for Dwayne Walsh. But as we noted pre-game, mate, Henry Fagg sitting in with Curran Ferns in the defensive midfield role, with Marchioli in the attacking midfield role. Josh Fielding actually playing in centre-back as well. Obviously, Henry Fagg is a defender, right-back, centre-back, you can play anywhere there, but opted to play him through the middle. Matty Ferguson now, he's come in for Nathan Pitchford in goal, who's unavailable due to work commitments tonight, so he's booted it long, cleared out off the head of Jake Van der May. Marchioli and Nichols tussle for it, falls out to Mearns. Curran Ferns has it now, gives it to McEwen, who tries to turn Rumney, but he opts to go back to Ingles, and the pass might just go wide, but Ingles gets to it and looks to put Curran Ferns down the left, but it's sent out for a throw-in by Aussie Goose. So Kurt Ingles will take this one in there, deep in their attacking half on the left-hand side, the far side. Throws back to Henry Fagg, who's slotted into defence in place of Ingles. He goes back to Ferguson. Just carries a little bit, goes back out wide to Fagg on the left. Looking for some options. Chips it through to Ingles, who's still in attack here. Got a bit of space. Tries to get around Rumney. Bit of a step over. Bit of sparkle there, bit of razzle-dazzle from Ingles. Fern with it now. Goes to Marchioli in the centre, who dishes it out. His pass is intercepted by Nichols, who turns around Lazinski beautifully. Sends it out wide to Meredith. And he chips through to Warren Wadawi, who's got Fielding sticking to him like glue. But he's sat off a little bit. Wadawi with a bit of space now to just try and turn. He gets around Fielding, gets around Ingles, puts in a ball, and it's just sent out for a corner by Henry Fagg quite well. Good bit of play there from the Warriors.
Warren Wadawi is showing his dangerous qualities, that's for sure. He just weaseled his way into the box and very nearly made a chance for the Warriors. And if it wasn't for a nice, timely effort from Henry Fagg to set that one out of play, nice bit of work from the skipper. So a corner kick for the Warriors. We've got a couple over this one. It looks like Alex Ralph might try his best. He goes long into the box to the front post. No one home but Alex Lazinski. He gets a scuffed header out. It comes to Eduardo Cabello. What can the Mexican do? Got Kurt Engels on him and lets it run out for a throw-in. We're into the 5th minute here at KG5. No real chance to speak of yet. Johnny Griffiths throws in to Meredith, who tries to keep it in, but the byline beats him. He's out for a goal kick. Home side now, Matthew Ferguson plays short out to Josh Fielding. Takes a touch to the journeyman. Chips the ball over the top to the head of Lazinski. Flicks on a header looking for Engels. Cut off to McEwen, who sends in to Walsh. Walsh could send in a dangerous ball here for the Zebras. He elects to play back to Lazinski, who cuts it across to Ferns. They're a long way from home now, the Zebras. He tries to flick a ball over the top, looking for Walsh. Covered by Vandermeer, and now Ralph dashes down the left. The pint-sized Englishman's bustled out of it as Walsh chases back. And in the process, Portal's ruled that he's just chopped down Ralph, and it's a free kick for the Zebras as they spread across the left side.
That was a little soft for poor Ralph there. I feel sorry for him, the short little Englishman. I thought he a bit of hip and shoulder from both of them. And Walsh has just tumbled over with his pace, chasing him down there, so quite unlucky, Olympia. Fag with it now, gives it out to Engels on the left. We'll just note, mate, the cold weather has kept what we would normally regard as a big crowd for this match. It's pretty sparse. I must say, the crowd isn't really pumping it. There's not too many people there. I reckon 2/3 of the stand is full, which might be considered fair, but we normally expect more for this fixture. As Engels looks to send in for McEwen, falls out to Marchioli, but Aussie Goose gets to it, dishes it out to the left to Ralph, who sends a cross ball looking for Meredith, cut out by Engels. Cabello with it now, gives it out to Meredith on the right. He's very wide here, Meredith. Goes inside, cuts around Engels. Fag gets in beautifully there. They're spilled out. Now, that's a foul on Henry Fag there from Meredith, so over free kick for the Zebras.
Fielding to play this one short, finds the feet of Lazinski on halfway, dishes out to McEwen, who's right on the edge of the line. He's got Rumney, he cuts inboard on him, tries to go even further, but moves, gets a foot in, and Hordle rules a free kick rather dubiously. I thought he got him well there. It looked like it was a timely challenge from Mearns. He's not happy, but it's a free kick for the Zebras and a dangerous chance for them on the left side of the box. We're into the 7th minute here at KG5 Football Park. This has Lazinski written all over it, I think. Martial is having a look, but I think they'll wave him off here and it'll be Lazinski's kick. Martial is still there. They might try and play a little short one. Engels is offering off to the right. Kurt Engels can strike a ball. Lazinski goes up, hammers into the crossbar. Lovely bit of work by Lazinski. Comes off the bar and over the top. I will also note, Lutters, I just had a thought then. It seems to me that Jed Donahue has really set a task for Henry Fag. I've been watching, he's paying some close attention to Cabello. I think he's been put in the middle with a job to do.
Now that you mentioned that, mate, I think you might be right. I noticed he was sitting quite deep, but just as he went back from the goal kick there from Nesta, he's sort of trying to stay close to Cabello. Not in this kind of particular instance here. Cabello's got a bit of space. Walsh throws to Fag now. Sends it out. Shocker of balls from McEwen, but it's spilled off Rumney's foot there. He's miscleared it. McEwen gives it back to Engels. He gives it back to McEwen. Tries to go inside. Great tackle there from Rumney. It spills out to Cabello. Bit of a shimmy go from Cabello there. He comes forward, goes to Wadawi. A bit of a touch and turn there around McEwen and sends it out to the left to Ralph. Beautiful ball. Walsh on him tight. Ralph cuts inside now. And back outside around Walsh. Sends in a ball into the box. Cleared out well by, I think it was Henry Fag, yes. Griffiths gets a head on it. Cleared out by Dwayne Walsh now. Falls to Nick Mearns, who gives it to Cabello. He has a strike over the crossbar. That one's still going and it's out into the car park. So goal kick for the Tilford Zebras. Fairly good start by both sides, I think, Dane. I think most would agree. Yeah, indeed. You are on the money there with Fag marking Cabello.
And Warriors have the ball, I think, Butters. It's definitely a job to do. Obviously, he's offering an option when the Zebras have it, but he's keeping a closer eye than you generally would.
Well, he's playing that screening role. I could tell that he was playing a screening role that Mark Page so often plays, and we know how well Henry Fag sticks to his players. So it's quite probably a very clever tactic by Jed Donahue, but we'll see how it pans out for him on Cabello, because we know what Cabello is capable of. A great observation nonetheless, mate. Throwing from Ingles back to Courtney, who gives it out to Curran Ferns. Goes left to Fielding. Darby closing in, he goes to Ingles, who hasn't seen too much of it, the young Ingles. Marchioli puts through Dwayne Walsh, but Vandermeer gives great chase and puts a back pass into Nesta. Walsh still pressuring. Nesta gets it out, not a great clearance, and Marchioli bustles Mearns off the ball. Yazinski with it now, gives it to Marchioli, who turns around Mearns, sends it out wide to the left to McEwen, sends in a low ball, cleared out well by Jake Vandermeer in the end. Cabello gets onto it, sends it out to the left to Alex Ralph, who just gets through Ferns like he wasn't even there, puts it through to Wadawu. This could be 1-0. Great block there from Russell Courtney. Calls of handball in the crowd there, but I think Courtney got a good bit of a leg to that one. Great slide tackle there from Josh Fielding to cut off Lockie Nichols. Sends it out to Lazinski now. It goes back centrally to Henry Fagg, who's had a great start to the game so far for the Zebras. McEwen with it now on the left, who's also started pretty bright. Gets around Gus Rumney's into the box here. Can he cut it back? He does. Just fingertip save from Nesta. Ethan Ingles nearly got to that one, but Nesta managed to get to it in time. Throws it out to Alex Ralph on the left. He's got no option, so he goes back to Cabello.
Exciting end-to-end stuff here, ladders. In midfield now through Nichols. It's taken off him by McEwen, who uses Ferns, and then Courtney. Zebras are out now. Fag plays through to the feet of Lazinski. He tries to turn out to the right. Vandermeer keeps him honest. He uses Ferns, who chips the ball over the top. Loses the run of Ethan Ingles. It's well wide, and Griffiths should see this one out of play. The ball leads him down as it doesn't keep rolling. He plays a dangerous-looking ball back in the centre, but luckily, plenty of blue. Nichols wins the ball just away from McEwen, spreads out to the right. Bombing from full-back is Rumney. He's got a lot of toe, the youngster. Plays along, finds Meredith in the double glove look. I'm just not sure about it. Into Wadawu, cuts in board. Fielding with a nice sliding challenge, wins out. Plays through, finds McEwen, tries to turn on the ball, but Phillips wins the ball well and truly. Plays it forward, chested down by Walsh, out to Ethan Ingles into the centre. Nichols steals, out to Ralph. Can Ralph cut in? He's got Fielding up on him. Tries a few step overs. Too quick for the old boy. Puts it in the middle. Flashes a shot and well saved by Ferguson.
Talk about selling candy, Daniel. That was a Mars bar size piece of candy that Alex Ralph sold Josh Fielding there. 2 step overs out to the left and flushed a shot with his left peg straight into the bottom corner. Ferguson did very, very well to get to it. That had some venom on it. Olympia probably with the better of the chances so far. Zebras with a couple, and they're attacking quite well, better than I expected them to start this fixture. Short corner from Meredith to Ralph. Has a shot! Straight over the crossbar. Didn't really trouble Ferguson. I think he knew that one was going over, such as his professionalism as a goalkeeper. He knows where his goal is all the time. Obviously, premiership winner with South Hobart Victory League last season. Goes short to Fag, goes out wide to Courtney, the lookalikes. Goes out cross goal to Josh Fielding.
I've got to say, ladders, Alex Ralph running hot right now. He's on fire for the Warriors. Yet to get a goal out of his work, but geez, he's causing some havoc on this left side. I'm not sure whether Glenn McNeil's made that a priority. I guess in previous weeks we've talked about Dwayne Walsh is very good going forward. A bit susceptible defensively, and maybe Glenn McNeil's highlighted that as a reason for bringing Ralphie out on the left side and said run at him, do your business, a few step overs, a few shakes, and so far it's worked to great effect. Scabello takes a free kick in the middle, uses Ralph onto Wadawu. He races out to the right, not a heap on, so he fires wide of goal.
On that note with Ralph, mate, we know Ralph can play centrally in the 10 roll or out wide. He played more often. I found he's played more wide. He's got that great pace, and now with Cabello coming into the squad, who plays in the number 10 role, they've got greater options for Alex Ralph to play. But on the note of Cabello, what you mentioned before with Bagman marking him, I don't know if that's that might be causing a bit of havoc for him, but Eduardo cannot seem to get he's not really getting much of a ping at the moment. He's trying to get into some spaces. You can see he's darting around in and around there, but he's not getting much of the ball. As Ingles has it now on the left, but he's been flagged offside if Jimmy Hordle can see it. He's played it on though. Is he going to call it? The coach's box for Olympia disgraced, and Zebras still have the ball here. Walsh on the right now. Unusual advantage. Walsh gets around Ralph into the box here. Jono Griffiths can't stop him, but his touch is a little bit too heavy, out for an Olympia goal kick.
Dangerous bit of work there by Dwayne Walsh, and that's the sort of drive you can possess as a dashing fullback. Ball comes forward from Nestor. It's with Cabello now in the middle of the park. He shakes a little bit and sends out to the right, looking for the run of Meredith. Meredith does well to get to it. He's got Kurt Ingles ahead of him, no mean feat. Chips it over the top, nice ball at the top of the box. Nobody home for the Warriors. Walsh wins out, but Griffiths comes in hard to provide some support for the Warriors and sees it out of play. Nice little effort there from Griffiths. Probably misread it, but struck him out. Played short from Walsh to Fielding, back to Walsh. Chipped on from Ralph and out of play.
Walsh with a throw in now on the right hand side. Foul there, much to the disgust of the Olympia faithful once more. Curran Ferns will take this one on the halfway line, looking for some short options. He goes back to Russell Courtney. Looking for some options in Ingles there. Sends it out to Ingles there. Might be a bit too high, but he heads it into McEwen. He puts it back through to Ingles on the left here. Beautiful stuff from the Zebras. Nestor gets in for the cross from Ingles there. If we're coming in loud and if we're not coming in loud and clear, guys, just shoot us a tweet.
Nice ball.
Great ball from Ralph there out to Meredith on the right. Goes inboard to Cabello. He's inside 18 now. Goes back to Nichols, the midfield maestro. He's looking for some options out left. He goes short backwards to Jake Vandermeer. Goes out wide to Ralph, a little pocket-sized Englishman. Goes back to Vandermeer. Goes inboard to Nichols as the Warriors look to regroup. Trying to get some options, a bit of movement going. Looks to go to Meredith, cut out by Ingles. He's gushed on this pass, but Meredith has it now, goes inboard to Rumney, streams forward. Woodawu's through here. Hasn't managed to keep it in. Is a Zebras goal kick. Bit of an appeal for offside there from some of the Zebras players, but play the whistle. I think he was onside. I think he was safe. So goal kick for the Zebras now. We are 18 minutes in. Probably the Warriors with the best chance to speak of thus far. Alex Ralph flushing a shot straight into the bottom left. Saved very well by Matty Ferguson, standing goalkeeper for Nathan Pitchford tonight. The Zebras getting a bit of an attacking play, a bit of a movement through the front third that we didn't really see on Monday in Monday's Lakasoliak Trophy final. But the Warriors have certainly started better of the two with their attacking movement. Just haven't found that killer blow yet as Russell Courtney has it now in the 18-yard box. Goes out wide to Henry Fagg, who seems to have swapped into more of a left-back position as Ingles has gone forward. More of a forward role. I don't know if that's just temporary here, but Mearns with it now for Olympia. Goes out wide to left-back Jono Griffiths. Goes in, very great ball into Wadawa, who goes back to Mearns. Dishes it to Cabello, who's man-marked well by Henry Fagg, as we have so often noted so far. Great observation there by you, Gilly. Aussie Gus Rumney now with it. Out on the right, Lockie Nichols tries to put in Alex Rafferty. He manages to get to it, the little Englishman.
Andy Brennan's coming off for us a chip. Very generous. Thank you, Andy. As the South boys make their way to the stand, of course a crucial clash for them in terms of Olympia on the standings. They're in third spot at the moment, just 2 points behind, so I reckon they'd be cheering on the Zebras here tonight, lads. Vandermeer now plays out wide to Waterloo. Can send in a ball early, elects to wait a little, sends it to the box, blocked by Courtney. Out now the Zebras are, through McEwen, cut off straight away by Ralph, who's operating out on the right side for the moment. Play on, says Portal, with a bit of advantage for the Warriors. Mearns on the ball in midfield. Ferns keeps him honest, so he uses Nichols, who takes a few touches. Looking out to the left, plays central, looking for Cabello. He tries a nice little flick, but Fag's hot on his heels and wins out. Goes back to Phillips, to Vandermeer. He tries to send through a nice looking through ball. Cut off from Zebras to Walsh to Ferns, and then to Marchioli with a no-nonsense approach. Gets it on the boot. Bounces out of play about halfway on the broadcast wing. Into the 20th minute here at KG5 Football Park. A few good chances to speak of. Alex Lazinski rocketed one into the crossbar a little earlier, and the Warriors, their best chance came through Alex Routh, who entered the box and hammered a shot at goal, but it was saved at the near post by Matthew Ferguson. But it was interesting to say, you noted earlier Fag stepped in at fullback. I just think that was a brief run by Kurt Ingles, but it begs the question why Zebras, when their issues this year have not been defensive, they've been a lack of goals. Lonnie City, who are second last on the table, have scored more goals than Tilford Zebras this season, which is a bit of an alarming statistic for someone that's a club that's meant to be tilting for the title. Could they use Kurt Ingles in an attacking capacity when they have a few options that can stand in at full back?
100% yes, definitely. I remember a long time ago, Kurt came back into training with the Zebras after a bit of a layoff in the pre-season and into the reserve side. And the season before that, he wanted to play reserves that season. And the season prior, he had played seniors. And he scored 4 goals in his first game as a striker at Olympia Grove against Uni. I'll never forget that one. So he's definitely capable of playing a centre forward role, even on the wing. He's one of the most versatile players you can probably see one of in the Victory League. He can play anywhere, as illustrated by his ability to attack down the left. Throw in from Walsh, headed through by Lazinski. Ethan Ingles managed to flush a shot just over the crossbar. Probably should have buried that. He had a little bit of space just to tap it in. Didn't get over it, and the volley sent straight over the crossbar from about 8 yards. Pretty close range and on a bit of an angle. And Vandermeer was closing in, but that was a good chance for the Zebras. Very close to one of their best so far. Nesta now goes to Mearns in the middle of the park. He's got far too much space. Goes to Meredith. 1-2s to Mearns. He's tussled well by McEwen. Ferns gets to it. He has it again on the left, but he's offside from McEwen's pass there. So the Warriors will have a free kick on the edge of their defensive 18-yard box. Benny Phillips will take this one. It's a pretty good start to this game, I must say, Damo. I'm impressed by the intentions on both sides to score. No one's sitting back and just waiting on the break. Ingles gets a head off the free kick there to Fag. He goes inboard to Marchioli. His touch is almost letting down. He goes out wide to Curran Ferns on the left. He goes down further to McEwen. He's running in an overlap fashion, is Ferns. He gets to it. Tries to get a crosser. He nutmegs Benny Phillips there. He sends the ball in, and Ingles has missed his second effort in the space of a minute there. He tried to do a bit of a Terry Henry and just dink it around the back of his preferred foot. But he sent it wide as a throw-in for Olympia. No great one by Mearns. He's fallen to Marchioli. He heads it straight down to Ralph. He gives it out to Wadawu now, who's on the left. He's got Ralph. Marchioli's giving great chase. Sends it through to Ralph there. There's calls from the Olympia box there for a push from Marchioli and Wadawu, causing him to send the ball out, but not to be. The Zebras will have a throw-in deep in their defensive half on the right-hand side. Damo, I want to get your opinion on something, mate. Cabello, what does...
Here we go.
Anyway, speaking of, Cabello has it now. Tries to get around fielding. Gives it out wide to Wadawu. He's got a bit of space on the edge of the 18-yard box. Has a shot straight into Matty Ferguson. I was going to say, mate, Eduardo Cabello probably hasn't seen as much of it as he did against Devonport last week. What does Glenn McNeil do to try and amend the problem that Henry Fagg is causing in that defensive role, that man-marking role?
I don't think it's a bad thing in terms of Olympia would like to say that they're more than a one-man team, and if Zebras are willing to put a lot of attention into Cabello, they just, I think McNeil thinks Cabello's a player of great quality. I think he just tells him to drive through it and keep working hard and keep working fag hard, and ultimately it will mean that other players get a chop out, and we've seen already Ralph's had probably more space than he has in recent weeks because of Cabello, so I wouldn't be too concerned at this point in time with that matchup. Romney wins the ball in their own defence, and Olympia get running now. Nichols does really well to slide away from Ferns, but then Fielding comes in. Nolly Wild Fielding rolls in, slides away the ball from the Warriors. McEwen dashes down straight at him, and the Warriors steal it back. They play it out to the right to Cabello. He dashes through the middle. Fag comes in eventually, so he finds Ralph. Ralph cuts him board directly, then goes left, then squirts the ball through the legs of Walsh, but it races over the byline, and it'll be a goal kick for the Zebras. We're into the 26th minute here at KG5 Football Park. Still 0-all, chances both ways. It's been an exciting clash thus far. Definitely opportunities, Ludders. We've got to say it's been pretty even. Warriors probably the better of them, but Zebras having a nice little period now. Ferguson long and strong out to the left, looking for McEwen. He heads this one out to Phillips, who chips the ball over the top. Can Nichols keep it? Meredith keep it in, rather. He does. He cuts in board. On the edge of the box now, plays into Waterwood, volleys up to himself, flashes a shot, comes off the body of Courtney, comes out to Marchioli. They're away now, the Zebras, as Lazinski finds Ferns. Plays in for McEwen, he waits for the ball. Tries to find his partner in crime, Lazinski. It rebounds off the Warriors defender and back to him. Back to Ferns now, does McEwen. Pressured hard by Meredith, so they go back to their defence. And then to Fag in midfield. Chips the ball over the top, nice looking one, but overstruck and out for a throw in the defensive half for Olympia. It'll be Ozzy Romney to throw this one in.
In terms of the Zebras, Damo, I'll just note that Karen Falls started quite well. He's attacking with a great deal of gusto, so they might be playing with just the one in centre defensive midfield with Ferns and Marchioli. He's attacking with the partner in Marchioli. Hasn't seen as much of the ball as we would have liked thus far, but hopefully that can change for Jed Donahue. But Ferns has started well and obviously cup tied on Monday, so his first game since a couple of weeks ago. Vandermeer with it now in the centre circle, looking to attack. Sends it out. Beautiful ball to Ralph. It's a foot race here between him and Ferguson. Ferguson gets to it first and dishes it out to Walsh. He comes down the line. Slide tackle by Meredith. Doesn't phase him, and Walsh is still going, and his touch is let him down as Johnny Griffiths gets to it and sends it out for a Zebras throw-in just over the halfway line. Right below us. Walsh will take, goes inboard to Ethan Ingles. His touch is a shocker, and it's Olympia throwing now. Griffiths goes to Ralph. Walsh gets a bit of a head to it, and it's cleared out by Henry Fagg. As Ralph says some of his teammates just to settle down and get the ball around and start playing it. Griffiths goes to Wadawu, but Josh Fielding's done almost very well there. He's fouled in the process, and Wadawu he looks to be filthy with that one, so is the crowd. And I think Fielding sort of backed into it there, and it looked like a bit of a shirt pull.
I think that was probably a bit of a foul. There's a fair bit of contact on it, but Fielding definitely played it well, that's for sure. Fielding over this one. Fielding over this one. He's in his own defence on the right side. He's calling for options here, Fielding. Not a lot on for the Zebras. Elects to go long, looking for Lazinski. He plays it immediately out to Walsh. Walsh plays it through, looking for Ethan Ingles. He's onside, so no concern there, but Vandermeer's home to kick it out. I think he's now for a throw in for the Warriors. Played quickly by Griffiths, thrown down to Vandermeer. He's on the edge of his box and he plays back to the feet of Nesta. Lazinski doesn't trouble him, lets him have it. Nesta with time now, plays short to Nichols in midfield, who spreads out to the right. Ozzy Roos running, takes a stroll, back in board. Nichols lets it roll and then finds Vandermeer. Plenty of time on the ball here, Olympia. The Zebras letting them have it. Chips it over the top. Look for the body run of Griffiths. He does well to get it. Heavy touch, but he chases it down. Plays Moons in midfield. Cuts across to Nichols, who finds Vandermeer. Out to Ralph, out to Moons. And then back to Vandermeer on halfway. He plays in Nichols and then back to Ben Phillips. So patient in possession, the Warriors. Chip ball over the top from Phillips, cut off by Kurt Engels. In midfield now through Cabello. uses Mearns. They're trying to get things moving up the path, but you've got to stay good pressure from the Zebras as Walsh wins out away from Ralph, boots it off the leg of Mearns. And it looked like a throw-in for the Zebras, but linesman Craig Phillips disagrees, and it'll be a throw-in for Jono Griffiths and the Warriors. Just as they start to get moving down the left side, Griffiths throws forward looking for Mearns. Bit too much body pressure for him, buttons Marchioli out of the way. It'll be a set piece for the Zebras in their own defence. Cut across immediately from fielding, finds his centre-back partner in Courtney, who takes a round little stroll down the left and then cuts him forward to Ferns. Ferns looks to turn, then plays Fag. Fag switches out to left to Courtney. Waterloo coming hard, but Courtney, his experience shows out, and he chips the ball over to the top on the left side and finds Ingles superbly. Ingles on the top of the box, a couple of little step over, sends into the box, cut off by Vandermeer, comes out of Rumney, who makes sure of it and sends it out of play for a throw in. So Zebras well and truly pressing down this left side. Kurt Ingles on the ball, throws into Marchioli, he plays it down with a nice little volley back to Kurt Ingles, tries to send a ball in the box and it comes out off the back of Rumney's leg and out for another throw.
Good little spell here for the Zebras, for Warriors. They haven't really, in the last few minutes, haven't really shown much attacking promise or danger. There's a foul, I believe it was on Vandermeer there from Adam McEwen. So the Warriors will have a free kick. Well outside, about 20 odd metres outside their 18-yard box. Vandermeer goes in the centre circle to Merrill. He goes out wide to Ralph on the left again. He's got a little bit of space. Sends into Cabello here. Courtney gets I think it was Henry Fagg, gets a boot to it. And Fagg comes out with it again and chips it into Lazinski, who heads it over to no one in particular. He's looked to be in a bit of a no man's land, Lazinski, at the moment. Nichols with it, goes back to Benny Phillips. Looking for some options, goes across goal to Vandermeer. He turns and goes back to Nesta. I think we take for granted the work rate and the ability of Jake Vandermeer in this game so far. Damo, as we know, so far this season, he's had 4 team of the week entries in the Victory League, most of any player in the competition. And as a defender, it's really shot up his contention for, and I'll tell you games, and I don't want to jinx the bloke, but for the best and fairest medal. There's Ferguson there, mate. He looks very confident. Cabello didn't put as much pressure on him as he would have liked as he's come out with the ball, and he's managed to see it out for a throw-in, has Ferguson. Wadawi with it now, looks to put in Cabello. Wadawi gets around Henry Fagg, and it's a foul from, it might be actually Russell Courtney, so you always get those two confused. Bit of an arm out on Wadawi, so the Warriors will have a free kick. On the edge of their 18-yard box, close to the corner flag though, so on that angle, more of a crossing position than a free kick position. Looks like Ralph is the only one coming over to take this one, the left peg of the little Englishman, so it'll be interesting to see what he can muster up here. They've got a bit of height, have the Warriors, in Nichols, and Cabello's fairly tall as well, and Vandermeer's in the mix there too. Big bodies for the Warriors. See what the Zebras can defend this set piece. The fog's starting to roll in here at KG5 as the bitter cold seeps in. Ralph sends it in. Oh, goal time! Alex Ralph! Brilliant free kick. Ferguson was all at sea with that one. He was well off his line, was Matty Ferguson. He tried to backtrack, but I jinxed the Zebras there. That was more of a crossing position, but Ralph has curled it in to the top left-hand corner over Ferguson, and over, I believe it was Josh Fielding, I think, on the post. I didn't quite catch who it was, but straight over all the Zebra heads. And that is brilliant free kick from Alex Ralph. What a way to send the Warriors ahead, 1-0. 34 minutes gone here at KG5, and Ralph has probably deserved a story. It's been best on tomorrow so far for the Warriors. Zebras kick off now. Ferns puts it out to McEwen. Nutmegs Meredith. Lazinski with it now, and goes out wide to Ethan Ingles. The game sparked to life here. Griffiths gives great chase. and manages to set it out to the Warriors throwing. Goes quick to Meredith, who's swap side. He's on the left now. The Warriors hitting their straps now. Ralph with it, gets around Walsh, puts it inboard to Cabello, who's got space, a lot of space, chips it over, and it's a shocking shit. And Ferguson will mop that one up. The crowd yells out, come on Eddie. First time that Cabello had a real bit of space to create something, and he's fluffed that one. McEwen with it now, streams forward. It's fallen to Ingles, little lead from Ingles, but Nesta mops up and sends it out wide to Ralph, but his pass isn't a great one. And it's a Zebras throw in as Andy Ty just signals to these players just to settle. They've got the lead now. Let's just try and build on it patiently, as we know the Warriors can do.
It was a nice effort from Ralph. Not sure it was a shot, but it turned out to be a supreme shot in the top left corner. It did have a bit of venom, but I think it was a cross. Not well dealt with by the Zebras defence, and then initially I thought Ferguson might have clutched it, but he was a fair way from it in the end, and a good goal for the Warriors. Probably a deserved lead in the 34th, but game on definitely here at KG5 Football Park. Ralph, deserved score as you said, Ludders. He's been the standout thus far in this one. Ludders soon will be joined by Trent Corndog Cornish, knocked off from his other duties. He's got I don't know what he gets up to, but he's got some other stuff going on, and he'll be hanging along to help us call the later part of this half and the second half. And what a game it's turning out to be, Ludders. It's been exciting, emptying stuff, chances all over the shop. And Ralph, just before in the 34th minute, sending a curling free kick from range on the right into the top left corner. It was a brilliant effort from the pint-sized Englishman. I don't think he could believe his luck. Warriors now in defence. Phillips plays through to Mearns, who turns Ferns inside out. But Engels wins it out for the Zebras. Nice bit of work by the young bloke. Sends through a ball just Ferns off the Engels ball. And it's a heavy one from Ferns into the arms of Nesta. They're out on the right now, the Warriors. Waterloo lets it roll through his legs. Zips through him and out of play for a throw-in just on halfway. The Warriors to throw this one in. It's Gus Rumney. Throws a lob ball looking for Cabello. Hit again. Fag hard up on him. He's on the ball now, is Fag. Cuts the ball out to the left looking for Engels. Engels takes a touch and then plays it through. A nice ball finds Lazinski. He cuts in. Holds up the ball a little and cuts across. Nice bit of work by Lazinski. Held it up. Finds Ferns on the edge of the box on the right side. And timely foot from Ralph. Really good work from the Englishman. Nice ball through on the right, but it fizzes off the frosty deck of KG5 and bounces out of play for a Zebras throw on the far side. Fag throws down quickly to Courtney. Takes a bobble little touch. Hits it over the top. No one home for the Zebras. Phillips heads clear. It bounces out of Marchioli and out for a throw-in. So Olympia with the press on the right side. We've got Bruce Rumney over this one. We're into the 38th minute here at KG5 Football Park. If you've just joined us, Tilford Zebras 0, Trail. Olympia Warriors 1 and the goal coming in the 34th minute through Englishman Alex Ralph. Thrown down by Rumney now into Cabello, but there's space in the middle. Plays out to the left to Ralph, who's operating space all day. He doesn't opt to take on Walsh. Chops it into the middle instead. The Fielding, who cuts it off, and then Meredith collects Fielding, clips his heels, and Fielding comes up with a bit of a trademark chuckle and a bit of a shove to Meredith, and there's a free kick for the Zebras.
They're obviously very good mates, Fielding and Meredith. Played together at Olympia for a number of years after Fielding left the Knights, so they smiled as they just sort of bit of shoving buddies there, I think. As he spills out to Ingles here now, meantime, for the Zebras on the 18-yard box. Goes back to his brother in Kurt. Goes back down the line to Ethan on the left. Tries to send in the ball, but Vandermeer has done very well there. Sees it out for the Zebras corner. Coming close to half-time now. 39 minutes gone, and the Zebras can get one off this corner. It would spark the game well and truly to life if it hasn't already. So it looks like Kurt Engels is standing over this one. Looking for the back post. He does so, but it's a very high ball. Fielding looks to get a head on it, but Phillips manages to head it out clear to Ralph, who sends a first-time ball looking for Cabello here. Kurt Engels gets to it and heads across to Walsh, who heads it back to the safe hands of Matty Ferguson.
the Warriors crowd getting far too excited there in the stand. It was an ambitious ball from round. As I say, that Zebras look through on the left side, plays into Engels, and Engels fires into the left side of the net. If you don't mind, Zebras 1-all. Nice bit of work by Lazinski to play it into Ethan Engels. And Ethan Engels, we know he has a nose for goal. He puts it in, tucked it inside the left upright. And a nice goal from Zebras on the counter, and it's 1-all here in the 40th minute.
Yeah, Damo, great ball over the top of, I think it was from the goal kick, I believe, from Ferguson, over the head of Gus Rumney there, the fullback, and spills out to Lazinski, who ran onto it well. And Ingles, we know he makes those trademark runs. Young Ethan, he's scoring great goals, and he was in the development league. And put it across, did Lazinski, to the young striker, who just coolly slotted it past Nesta first time. 1-all in the 40th minute. So great stuff from the Zebras, just to get back into the game as it looked to probably be getting away from them just before half time. Meredith with it now. Courtney tries to put a challenge in there. Out for a Zebras throw in, and Courtney goes back to Joshy Fielding, who again is looking starved for options from the Zebras. So he goes forward a little bit, but Cabello closes in, so he chips it over. Looking for Kurt Engels, who's attacking well on this left flank here. Gus Rumney gets a bit of a touch in though. It's seen out playing. He was for a Zebras corner again. He's looking for the short option in Lazinski, but he might do it, but Phillips closes in. So I'll just take their time here, the Zebras, and it looks like Ethan Ingles and Marchioli are stepping over. Might be a short one here. He does so. Short corner. Caught catching the Olympia defence unaware. Sends it in. Cleared out off the head of Vandermeer. The Warriors break here. Space everywhere. Ralph breaks through. He's in the centre circle now. Getting closed in by Russell Courtney. Sends it out wide to Cabello. Ingles jockeys. And he's done well, has Kurt Ingles. But Alex Ralph gives great chase. Tries to stick a leg in, but Ingles is too composed for that, and he draws and foul. Great stuff.
That's right there is an example of why Kurt Engels was the state fullback last year. He's just so strong on the ball, never out of the contest, did so well then to take it off Cabello, and then when the chase came from Alex Ralph, he just shoved him aside and kept the ball for the Zebras and earned himself a foul. It was a supreme bit of work by Engels at the back. Zebras well and truly in this one, 1-all, probably fair at this point. Zebras have looked a lot more powerful this time round. Ludders, they looked a bit toothless on Monday, but when Lazinski's firing, Zebras are up and about. Lazinski, as I say that, the minute he gets a touch, puts it out to the right side. Nice ball to Fooms. He plays into Walsh, who spins round inside the box, and Rumney gets a touch in. Marchioli boots it across the box, and at the front post, Vandermeer clears out to Ralph, a nice looking ball. He sends it ahead of Rumney, who's in midfield now, out to Cabello. He's got Waterwell out on the right. He plays him in. He's got Kurt Engels up on him. Waterwell. He does really well. Fielding provides support. Wins the ball with a touch. Waterwell recovers. Plays it across the box. And a nice challenge by Fag. Sees it away from the run of Cabello, who looked likely to just knock it in at front post. We're into the 43rd minute here, so not long to go in the first half. It's been an entertaining half, to say the least. Ball sent through to Ethan Engels, who traps it down to himself and tries to enter the box with it, but a heavy touch lets in Nesta. He goes to Vandermeer, who goes out to the right. Rumney on it. Tries to play through to Mearns, cut off by McEwen. Into Ethan Engels, who's been lively. Out to Marchioli, to Ferns, who puts it over the top to McEwen. McEwen now inside the box. What can he do? Puts the ball to the back post. Far too heavy tuck that one. It bounces vacantly out of play. And it will be Olympia Warriors goal kick, and they can just about kill off this half. 1-all, probably a fair result. There's been chances both ways, pulsating first half between these two traditional rivals, Ladders.
Yeah, definitely, mate. We mentioned, I just want to talk about the goal quickly, the Zebras goal. So you don't often see the Warriors exposed in the centre-back position. There's John Griffiths comes down the left here. Horrid challenge by Josh Fielding on him there. He's going to get a slice of cheese for that one. And John Griffiths was okay. He looked to be in a little bit of trouble there from that tackle. Just a collusion of legs, but I think there was a bit of a mallet from Fielding there, just to stop him. A bit of a professional foul, and The Warriors will have a free kick on the corner of their 18-yard box. Cabello standing over it, so on the left-hand side, the grandstand side. So you can imagine Cabello, right-footed, will look to curl it into the far right corner if he can get onto this one. It's the 45th minute, so this would really hurt. This will probably be one of the last real attempts of the half. Wouldn't think there'd be too much injury time. So yeah, minute pushing 2. Cabello standing over this one, 4 men more for the Zebras. Here we go, Cabello. What can he do? Sends it in, and it curled beautifully, but too much. Just wide of the left upright. So it's goal kick for the Zebras. As we just tick over, it's now into injury time in the first half here at KG5.
Not to go at all in this one. Ferguson over the ball. Heavy kick goes out to the left, looking for Marchioli, beaten in the air by Mearns, but it comes out through Zebras to McEwen, who flashes a scuff shot well wide of goal. Hasn't been his day so far, but the Zebras have looked a lot more potent, particularly Ethan Ingles and Alex Lazinski. They've looked pretty lively as Jimmy Hordle draws a close to this half. An intriguing encounter thus far. Warriors with chances, Zebras probably not with as many chances, but defending diligently and definitely. Marchioli plays it short to Lazinski, who plays it quickly out wide to Ethan Ingles. Uses Walsh. Nice flick on by Marchioli, finds Ingles, he loses it. Nichols back to Phillips. Plays it across to Rumney. Aussie Earls, bit of a new haircut, he's gone the samurai option. Played into the middle by Waterloo. Bobbled over the foot of Meredith and won back by Fag for the Zebras. Plays back to Fielding. The big ball dome strolls through the centre, plays through. Looking for McEwen, I think it was headed away by Phillips. Big body of Lazinski tries to win it back for Zebras. Warriors do well. Collected on the right side. Waterloo just keeps it in. Oh, but Kurt Ingles with a straight nose wins it back and dashes down the left side. Rolls it over his foot and Nichols slides in to see it out for a throw in.
Kurt Ingles to take on the left-hand side. Then did you mention before that Henry Fagg was following Cabello around a bit in the first half? I believe that's actually come to a halt with a change in tactics from Jed Donahue at half-time there. He's decided to let Henry Fagg run free. Or maybe there's
more of Olympia have actually put him up.
Okay, so a bit of a change of positions. Cabello's just gone from the wide position into a central position now, so maybe they just want to get him in the game. He's in midfield. It's good. Turn over to be an Olympia throw. He's trying to forward to Meredith, who loses it to Fagg. He's now gone forward. Lazinski should win here in front of Rumney on the left-hand side. Holding him up, back to goal at the moment. Turns it back out, looking for an option away. Cuts it inside. Finds Marchioli, knocks it off from McEwen. Got a chance to hit it from the box, but it's blocked. Falls to Ferns, top of the box. Hits it early on the volley, and it's in! Curran Ferns is in. Nesta could only tap it on. Curran Ferns has just passed down the middle of the field. Not a bad goal, boys. He's just come from about 23 yards, I reckon. He's just dipped the volley over. Just too much higher for Nesta, and all he could do was sprawl it back with a little tap into the back of the net. Jeez, well there you go, 2-1. Zebras. Bit of a fortunate chance really. It was really good work from Marchioli on the top of the box. Knocked it back from McEwen. Had a shot, looked like it was going to test Nesta from our angle. It fell quite fortunately to Ferns on the other side of the box. From just outside, he smashed it home. I believe that's probably his first goal in Zebras colours as well. So, got to be happy with that. Done a bit of a FIFA-esque celebration where you dive and die at the same time. Got to be happy with that there. Curran Ferns, first goal in new colours.
South boys have said enough. They're out of here.
Yeah, the South lads up the back, the young'uns have decided enough's enough. Their ex-teammates scored and we're off. Aussie looks with the ball now, he plays it back out. Ben Phillips, a bit of time in the back, decides to go long, straight up the guts. It's corny, too strong in the air for Waterloo though. Does fall back to Mearns in the middle though. Marchioli gets a tackle and it falls to McEwen. Lazinski now with the ball, back to goal, plays it away on the right-hand side. Curran Ferns with the ball, plays it forward with Ethan Ingles now. One-on-one with Jono Griffiths, plays it forward. Dwayne Walsh is through here, chance to get a cross in. Tries to take on Vandermeer, and Vandermeer is too clever. Gets the tackle in. Ralph on the left-hand side, plays it forward, straight to Ferns. No other option there, it's a pretty poor ball. Ferns tries to give Lazinski. It's cut out by Nichols in the middle of the park. He's now with Engels. Goes down the left-hand side. Lazinski once again back to goal. Plays it back out. Kurt Engels got to chase Meredith. He just gets the ball first, but he tries a little nutmeg and it's not good enough. Cabello now with the ball. Plays it to Meredith inside. Meredith got heaps of space. Runs through the middle of KGV here. Plays it inside, but what a different wavelength. And Josh Fielding, as calm as you like, I've seen that plenty of times before, cuts out the pass. Gives it to McEwen, who in turn gives it to Lazinski on the left wing. Not his usual position. He plays it inside to Josh Fielding. He's continuing the attack here. Plays it forward. McEwen gives it back to Fielding. Oh, Romney's got in there. Definitely going to be a foul, a yellow card. Aussie Wolves just chopped Josh Fielding down there. Josh Fielding decided this is a bit of a fishy way just to laconically continue with the attack and just strolled forward. Won the foul. Dangerous there on the left-hand side.
Boys, I know Cornish, you obviously didn't see the first half, but Aussie Eagles hasn't really had the best of games so far. That tackle gives him a yellow, and it's not a great position to be in as a fullback. He was chipped. The ball that came in for the eventual through ball from Lazinski was chipped over the top of Romney, so hopefully for the Warriors he could stop this game a little bit in the second half. As Lazinski and Marchioli stand over this one. Lazinski sends it to the back post. It's a head on it there. Call for handballs there, and Jimmy Hall, who hasn't given it, much to the disgust of Henry Fagg, got the head on it. I think it was off Vandermeer. I'm not quite sure who the handball was on, but it was a header by Henry Fagg. As the Warriors come forward here, the game's sparked life here. It's getting a bit heated, a bit fiery. Ferns with it now. Dinks backwards around Cabello, and Fagg goes out to Engels on the left. Dishes it out to Josh Fielding. He goes out wide to Lazinski. Goes inboard to McEwen. His pass is misplaced and falls to Lockie Nichols. Goes back to Vandermeer. Goes even further back to Nestor, and McEwen gives a bit of chase. Pressures Phillips, who's received the secondary pass. He goes to Mearns. Cabello with it now. There's a bit of a turn. Fagg's done very well to pressure in there, the Mexican. But it's fallen out to the Warriors again, and a double-footed slide tackle there from Lazinski. He's got a slice of cheese for his troubles, that one. He can't do that. He's lucky that he didn't collect Eduardo Cabello altogether there, because he could have been in a real strife. And he remonstrates with Jimmy Hall, the referee. It does Lazinski. He could be in trouble here, even further. He's just asking for a bit of explanation, is Lazinski. And Horton gives it, he's happy to give it to him, but he hasn't issued another yellow card, so luckily Lazinski will stay on the park for the time being. So a free kick for the Warriors, and right on the touchline on the right-hand side of the fence. Aussie Goose Romney standing over this one. If you've just joined us, it is 2-1 to the Zebras. Coming from behind, the Alex Ralph free kick in the first half was Ethan Eagles restored parity right in the stroke of half-time. Before in the 47th minute, just after the second half kicked off, Curran Ferns buried a deflected volley. 52 minutes gone, but plenty of time for the Warriors to salvage something out of this one.
One of my pet hates actually there's Lazinski got a little bit of a talking to is just the demanding for another cut. He's been punished already. I think once you've been given one for a tackle, if he's not going to red card him for that, there's no need to call for a second yellow. But that's my opinion. Goal is taken short to the left-hand side. He's in Courtney now. He's got two Olympia Warriors players pressure in front. He gives it back to Ferguson. He's got a fair bit of time. He clears it now down the right-hand side. It will be Ethan Engels who just runs under it. Griffiths win the header and it goes forward very well to Meredith, who plays it to Cabello, just loses control, just lost a little bit of touch at the start of this half. Shouldn't have killed now, he plays down the left-hand side. He's going to have to track hard to get to the ball first. Phillips on his back. Does well to keep it in actually, turns it back inside. Phillips down with the ball though. Sends it down the line. Meredith in a bit of time to control, and he can. Plenty of space to the left, he can get it across, and he has now. Walsh has read it though and got a good touch in. Very well done. Walsh takes on Nichols. Got him for pacey, I reckon. Oh, Nichols dives in, but can't quite get him. Walsh continues to go down, but he's just taken a bit too heavy a touch there, and it's just gone straight out for a goal kick.
Walsh just going like a steam train there. Didn't matter what was going on in the play, but it looks like, fortunately, he's clipped a little bit of an Olympia heel, and it's out for a corner kick. He's fortunately, because, geez, he kicked it hard and just ran like the speed of light. The Zebras corner, nonetheless, played in from Engels into the Looked like it'd be a McEwen chance. It skids off the head of Phillips out to Courtney. He has a rare shot. It's come off the shin of I thought it was Rumney and then went into the arms of Nesta. They're out on the left side now, the Warriors. Play from Ralph through to Phillips there. He 1-2s with Ralph. Does really well. Fielding gets a little foot in, but it doesn't halt the play, and Griffiths gets the ball back and puts a ball in the box. It's not a great one into the arms of Ferguson. Big hoof on this one. To Lazinski, who heads on for McEwen, free as you'd like. Tries to cut it back, and it's just come off the slide of Vandermeer, and I almost thought it was going to race into the net. But a nice bit of work from the Warrior central defender.
Vandermeer's done a great job there. McEwen was free down the left, and he just closed him down straight away. Ethan English was free in the middle, but the way Vandermeer just closed him down rapidly, just as soon as McEwen actually did try to pass a lateral ball across, just shut straight out by Vandermeer. A very good spot there. It is a corner though, because there was another chance. The marking from Olympia's left a lot to be desired at the moment, so this half. It's gone deep. Fag can't quite get a good head on it, can't get the neck round it. It's gone out the far side for a goal kick. Yeah, the marking from Olympia so far this half, it's just the touch, it's just the intensity straight away. All the little contests have been won by Zebras. They've been making their passes as well, and just finding a lot of pockets of space. As Engels and McEwen now swap sides, Engels come out to the left, McEwen to the right. We're necessary to take the goal kick. We're all set up. As we look at it again though, I tell you what, Meredith's got a heap of room down this right-hand side if Libby can get out, but they don't as it turns over straight away. Walsh, plenty for pace here, Vandermeer, Walsh is through on goal, but Nesta done fantastically well. Comes out to him and takes cleanly as Walsh slides in trying to put it home. Very good goalkeeping. With Cabello now, he plays it out to the left with Griffiths, the left full-back for the Warriors. Plays it forwards with Waterloo. Managed to keep it under control. Now plays on the right. I reckon he's offside here. Meredith is offside. Definitely offside despite the disagreement from the fans. Don't really know what they're watching. Meredith just couldn't quite time the run. When I Engels had it was a good little ball, but it's a bit too early. And as the ball skidding, I think the attack was just a bit wary about not getting on the end of it with a little bit of zip off the Astro too. It's caught in a take. Goes long down the line. Lazinski relying on him in the air here. I mean, he gets a good foot in, but it's only as far as Ferns in the middle of the field. Oh, it has a, I don't know if he was shooting there or whatever was having deflected though. It's gone forward. Nesta will collect easy as you like. Olympia to restart.
Zebra's really looking good at the moment. Has played short to Phillips. Strong pressure coming from Lazinski. He spreads out to Vandermeer. He had pressure from McEwen. Just kept in by Griffiths. Plays into Cabello. He's well back into defence just to get a touch of the ball. He can't get into the game at the moment, the Mexican. Plays through to Waterloo. He's got Courtney up on him. Courtney does well just to jostle him a little. Waterloo keeps the ball though and streams by him. Dinks the ball over the top. Finds Ralph. Ralph controls well. Should enter the box here. Zips by one. Plays into Waterloo. Waterloo takes a touch. Tries to shoot. It spills out to the left side. Zebra's clear, but only as far as Griffiths, who plays to Mearns, but Marchioli does well to get a foot in. Gets it out. It's seen away from the Warriors through Marchioli. Plays to Lazinski. He tries to play it through for the run of Marchioli. It comes again through Fag, who boots forward, looking for Engels. Engels looks in here. Nesta, a long way from home, gets it. It comes to Lazinski, who fires a shot from downtown, trying to catch out Nesta, who was a long way out of his box, but luckily there's a Warriors defender home in Jake Vandermeer to trap things. Back again through the Zebras. McEwen on the ball on the right side. Plays into Lazinski. Cute little ball into the centre. Finds Engels. He can only get a feathered touch on it. Comes out to Rumney. He plays to Meredith. Stolen from Kurt Engels. What can he do? Dinks the ball in the centre. Great ball. Lazinski, who hammers home past Nesta. Zebras, there you go. 3-1. A great bit of work from Kurt Engels. The steal. Nice curling ball in the centre. Trapped down by Lazinski. And he beats Nesta with a shot just straight down the hay diddle.
Yeah, I think Nesta was ready himself to have to dive either side, and he decided to slam it. Just got slightly under the left hand of Nesta there. Not much he could do. The pressure of Zebras is just way too much for Olympia at the moment. They're second to the ball, and when they do get the ball, they're just so wasteful with the way they're dealing with it. It's coming forward. Yes, there's a couple of lucky breakdowns Zebras' way in terms of the way the ball's deflecting off and that sort of thing, but they're putting the pressure. They're making their own luck. And from what I've seen, definitely deserve a 2-goal lead in this half. They've restarted. Let's see if Olympia can just restart here a little bit. It just completely shut down in the 13 minutes that have gone in this second half. Always. Cabello wins a free kick with quite a theatrical dive. Fern's the one that's given away the foul. Definitely not as much contact as he made out, but it probably was a foul. As the referee wants to have a a word with Ferns before he restarts the game. They just need someone to take control of the game, get their foot on the ball, and start holding it up and knocking around their own tempo. At the moment, it's all Zebras. However they want to dictate the game, that's what's happening.
On the money with that one, Cornish, and we'll just note, obviously the Zebras coming into round 3 early in the season, they beat the Warriors 1-0. And prior to that, I think it was 6 games straight they had lost in all competitions. And now they're looking down the barrel, they're staring down the barrel, half an hour to go, of back-to-back wins against the Warriors so far this season. So quite sensational turnaround, and especially a big turnaround from a Monday as McEwen comes forward here, jockeyed well by a sea of blue. Gives it up to Mark Pioli, who goes back to Ferns. Great intensity from the Zebras. Lazinski with it now on the left, goes inboard to McEwen. Pressured well by Nick Mearns, but Lazinski still has it. Ingles sends it across at the back post. It's looping, and there's far too much heat on that one. So Nichols will regroup here, takes it down on the left.
Like a poorly poured beer, too much head. Back to the defence of the Warriors.
That's the worst.
Rumney plays out to the left to Nichols, who goes inboard to Cabello. Cabello a long way from where he'd like to be. Plays through to Ralph, tries to cut into the centre, but Courtney wins the ball. Zebras are on here if they can get a bit of a run down this left side. Courtney plays through to McEwen. He's got the ball, he's got Phillips inboard. What can he do? Tries a little razzle-dazzle, gets through, and he's collected by Mearns on the edge of the box. Pretty fortunate the Warriors are where it is, but it's a set piece in a dangerous position for the Tilford Zebras in the 60th minute, just on the edge of the left side of the box, and I think Lazinski might stroll over this one. And they search for a 4th goal.
I reckon his kick is good.
I'm not sure how it's on the in the box, but it couldn't be much closer to inside the corner, which is right on the edge here. That's Lazinski over this one. They're a strange team to predict, Tilford Zebras. They beat all the teams they shouldn't, and they lose to the ones they should comfortably beat. Just cannot pick them. Lazinski over this one. Scott Marchioli on short, but he goes across to the back post, punched away by Nesta, hammered by Ingles, well trapped on the back post by Vandermeer. Spills out to Walsh, a shot on here, he fires, saved from Nesta. It's an absolute scramble in the box. But they're out here, the Warriors. They've got a counter-attack opportunity through Waterloo. He races down. Fielding, he runs straight into Fielding, but it comes to Meredith. He's got Cabello on the right. Obster going board, and a heavy touch lets in Walsh, and he clears with a confident kick. Tell you what, that was mayhem at the back.
I'm just going to say well done to Dimitri Nesta because I'm not sure how the ball stayed out. I'm going to give him the credit. That was Zebras probably had 4 shots on goal then, I reckon. All on target, done a very good job to keep them out. Look like we've got a sub warming up here. Who's coming on?
Brian Kabangi.
Brian Kabangi looking like he's getting ready to come on. Not sure who's going to come off for the Warriors yet, but looks like Leonard Neal's decided we need a spark. Could he be the spark? It's going down the left-hand side now. Olympia with the ball. Cutting back inside. Ralph with the ball. Does well to take on the defender there. He's come back to Ralph. Good tackle from Fielding. Very good tackle. Just decides to jump in. It's mine now. Mearns wins it back off him though, and it's now with Ferns. A nice little bit of trickery on the right-hand side. Plays it inside to Ethan Ingles. He's been taken out late there by Nichols. Probably lucky if he escapes a card there. The way he's been sort of brandished him a little bit. He's just tripped him when he was away. So, interesting decision there. Here's a free kick for the Zebras nonetheless. What a last, like the start of this half, 16 minutes gone. Just all happening for an end. Both ends. As the free kick goes forward, McEwen in a good spot to win this. He chests it, /knees it down. It comes to McEwen, hits it near close. Good save. Great save, Nesta. Just all kept falling for McEwen there, and he managed to hit it on the right foot. Nesta got down very sharply to his right-hand side. It was definitely going in from over. He's done a very good job as the sub wants to come on before the corner here. We've got Meredith coming off, it looks like, for the Warriors after his most recent contribution. A bit of a failed attempt in attack as he chooses not to pass, went himself and lost the ball. So it is Meredith off. Brian Cabangi on. See what he can bring to the game. Very sharp, loud orange boots. Corner will be taken from the left-hand side facing the goal. A right foot in swinger. Zebras have looked dangerous from the set piece and swung in towards the back post. It's Fielding underneath it, but well outwon by Cabello. McEwen's underneath the ball there, and it's cleared very high, not very far. Furs does well to win the header, plays it forward with McEwen. Has hit left foot first time. Falls to the right-hand side of the goal. Not bad, had a dip, probably hot. It didn't quite go in there for the Zebras. McEwen not quite as lucky as Fergs was in a similar area before, just dipping it over Nesta for a pretty good goal earlier on in the half. Will be a goal kick to the Warriors here. Nesta to take. Gets it beautifully to Griffiths on the left-hand side, but his touch is just all off. And Walsh wins it out. Outstrengths Griffiths, and he's away down the right-hand side. Lazinski trying to jostle in the middle to get a good position, but it is blocked. The corner's gone. Griffiths decides to go over and push Walsh, purely because he got outstrength, to be honest.
I think it was Walsh collected a little bit of moons as he tried to put a ball in. He got a knee to the schnozzy, a bit of claret going on there for Moons, but Griffiths has tried to help out. I'm not sure Griffiths should be the enforcer of their Warriors side. I'd probably opt for Vandermeer if I was looking for their support. Probably wouldn't call in the troops and go, Griffiths, come on mate, help us out here. No offence to Griffiths, but don't fancy him in a street fight, let's just put it that way. Walsh to throw this one back into play. The agitator. Throws in to no one in particular but Lockie Nichols. He is the ball for the Warriors, but he's pressured hard from the Zebras. And the Zebras have forced the corner here, done really well. It's spilled out off Nichols, so Zebras with another opportunity. I've got to say, Cornwall, their pressure has been immense. They've been all over them, up in their grill.
Yeah, it's been definitely deserved their 2 goal leads. They take the corner short, it's going to be whipped in towards the back post over McEwen's head. Maybe to get a chest on it though, he's handballed it. Is the call from the referee. It will be Olympia free kick in their own defensive area. Looking to take it quickly next. There's pressure from 2 sides here, Cabello, and he's turned it over. Still in play. Sid McEwen's got no one in the middle. He's got to hold the ball up. Decided to take on himself off Cabello. Unfortunately, it goes back to Nesta. Olympia rushing where they really didn't have a position to rush there. They've got to get their head down. They're putting pressure on themselves, even though the Zebras are pushing it. They need to control the game. It's Cabello in the middle of the field. He's got a bit of room to move. Gives the Waterloo forward. Plays for Cavani, but it's just cut out by Stagg. Good defending, good positioning. Sid McEwen down the left-hand side. Engels overlapping hard. Kurt Engels is working hard on the left-hand side. Looking to use the trusty left foot. He swings it in now. And it's off the head of the Olympia player. And it's gone out for a quarter.
Another chance for the Zebras. They're really pushing hard here. Another one to just put it to bed, I would have thought. It'll be a big win for the Zebras off the back of a disappointing Monday afternoon here at KG5 Football Park. But the way they've played tonight, stark contrast to Monday. They were rather toothless on Monday. No real opportunities to speak of. Only probably 2 or 3 tonight. Chances all over the shop. And if it wasn't for Nesta, he probably saved about 4 in a row. I think there'd be 4-1 already here at KG5 Football Park. But we'll see what they can do from this one, the Zebras. It's Ethan Engels over this one from the left side. We'll try to swing it in. We're into the 67th minute. As Lockie Nichols has to just run off. I'm guessing he's got a bit of claret on the knee. The physio strolls over and you give it a bit of attention, maybe a little magic spray. Now he opts the spray of the old Powerade drink bottle. So we're into the 67th minute. If you've just joined us, Tilford Zebras well on top 3-1. Send into the box, does Ethan Engels, headed clear by the Warriors, comes back out to Engels, he fires into the shins of Mearns, comes to Marchioli, he's pressured hard by Mearns, plays back looking for Courtney. Kabangu jumps, Waterloo jumps in, but Courtney wins out with a timely effort. Played quickly by Mearns to Waterloo, plays back to Cabello, to Ralph. Ralph spills it out to Cabello. He can't find the space he likes. He puts it over the left to Griffiths. Takes a touch. A foul in the process, but advantage, says Hordle. Out to Kabangu. Fresh sub, doesn't do great. Finds McEwen in the middle. He picks out Engels. Almost loses it, but does well. Plays across to the right to McEwen, who tries to fire it back. McEwen wins out now off Waterloo. Kabangu rather has worked back. Kabangu looks like he just kept it in, but the line's beating him. And as Zebras throwers, they just keep pressing down this left side.
On the money there, mate. There's the defensive pressure, midfield. They've done it all this half. They're attacking with great intensity, great tempo. Not completely opposite to the first half, but very close to it. They've been sensational. They nearly get another chance there. Nizinski's backwards header nearly spilled out to Engels. But I believe it was Nicky Moon giving a clearance away for a Zebra's throw-in, I think it'll be. Just completely turns the tables on Monday's result. I don't know what Jed Donohue's done in training. I know they had a recovery session earlier in the week on Tuesday, and so they've only trained once before this game. And it's a massive turnaround. Ingleton's in the corner now. The back post, I think it was Marchioli getting... No, it wasn't Marchioli. It was Adam McEwen getting ahead on that one, just wide. Yeah, we spoke to Glenn McNeil in the press conference game. He said that the week off could both hinder them and help them, and it seems to have hindered them because the Zebras have had a 4-day turnaround.
Yeah, the break can go one of two ways. I think Olympia came into the break in red-hot form, and it can sort of just halt things a little bit, and when they probably want to just keep the train rolling along, they have a break, and it can have a negative effect, that's for sure. Zebra's on the ball now. Ferns with a set piece in just inside their attacking half. He sends it long and strong, but straight into the arms of Nesta. Into the 70th minute now, he throws out to Kabangu, plays into Moons very casually, tries to get it going to Waterway. He's chopped out by Fag. The captain does well, gets by one, keeps the ball just in play, rolls it along to Ingles of the Kurt variety, swings it into the box. It's cut off by Phillips, back to him. Kurt does well, but Rumney does better. Takes the ball for the Warriors, plays into Kabangu, toes by one, does well to play in Cabello in the centre. He cuts across to the left side. He's got a couple of options in Nichols and Ralph. He opts for the longer one in Ralph. He's got Nichols running on strong. Ralph chips it over the top, looking for the run of Kabangu, and collected with open arms does Ferguson.
Zebras look to build straight up the middle here. It's with McEwen. Lazinski's on for the 1-2. Might have played it too late there, and he has, definitely. Ball harmlessly went through anyway to Nesta. But it was offside. So McEwen just held on to that one a little too long. It was pretty obvious what the pass was. He just needed to give it away a bit early. Free kick taken quickly from Griffiths to Ralph. Now they're on the left-hand side. It's with Nichols. Starting to get central in the middle of the park here. Switches it to the right-hand side with Cabello up against Fag. Takes his time. There's a little dribble now with Nichols. Approached by Ferns. Ferns puts a good pressure on, but Nichols is good enough to compete with it. Gives it to Cabello. Underhits the pass way too much. And it's turned straight to McEwen. Ingles through the middle. He's onside here. If he can get there before Nesta, there's a chance. He gets it. He's 1-on-1 with Nesta here. He turns inside. Defending well to get back. It's fallen to Marchioli. Top of the box. Ooh, has a hit. But it is blocked before it can get past into the dangerous area. And it's Ralph on the counter-attack for the Warriors. Plays it forward down the left. Walsh is in a good spot to cut it out. Ooh, Ralph does well to win it back before Walsh can nip back in. It's with Ralph. He hasn't got a lot of options. He's not happy with the amount of options. But Kabangu's away down the right-hand side. Got a bit of space. Beaten Ingles to the ball. Chance to cross. Takes on Ingles instead. He gets the ball first. Hits on the left. Not a bad effort from the young fella there. If he's young, I'm not sure. He's missed high and wide to the left, but a good effort. Will be a goal kick, nonetheless, for the Zebras. Good bit of space there. Ralph was frustrated with the lack of movement from the Warriors ahead of him. It just looks like someone's waiting for someone else to do something. There's not a lot of proactivity with the Warriors. Glenn McNeil will be pretty supportive with that. Someone wants to take the game on. Tell you by the scruff of the neck and really make the most of it.
Bello looks a class above when he just tore Devonport apart, but he hasn't had the same time and space on it tonight. Fag's done a nice job in that central defensive position, and Courtney's provided great support in central defence. To say that, Ferns with a significant high foot clocks Nichols in the head. He plays out wide with a free kick to Kabangu, stolen by Ferns, chips along looking for McEwen. Rumney gets a bit of a touch on it, then races back the other side, just as important. Nichols turns Marchioli and goes out to Moons. Moons plays through looking for Ralph. He was the firestar in the first half. Can he be now for the Warriors? Plays into the box, finds Cabello freely, and Cabello somehow doesn't score. He fires and it's just tipped off by Ferguson. Under Ferguson into the ground and over the bar. I see it, but I don't believe it.
You've got to say good save from Matty Ferguson there, but geez, he was a bit lucky. The ball goes under and it goes over the bar. I don't think there's many times we'll see that. Cabello should have scored there. Top of the 6-yard box, you've got to take that home. The corner has come forward here. Oh, nearly won in the middle there by Vandermeer, but then 31 the second header. Ethan Ingles with a chance to the right-hand side. He's in a bit of space. He tries to switch it to McEwen. It's a very good ball. Should chest it down. Controls it well. Means in front of him and Rumney. Rumney gets a good footing. Only as far as Lazinski, but breaks the attack apart. Kurt Engels managed to get it back to Lizinski, a little 1-2 there. Lizinski, good pressure on. Ooh, bit harsh there, I reckon. Being paid a foul, he definitely got a bit of the ball there from our view, but nonetheless, there's a foul on Warriors ball. Aussie taken on McEwen, don't worry about the fact it's in the back line. His pass isn't quite as good though, it's only found Ferns, who gives it to Walsh on the right hand side, which should bring it out and restart the attackers with Josh Fishy fielding. Plays it forward, give the Ferns under a lot of pressure. Managed to get a deflected pass out the fag. He's got Kurt Engels away on the left hand side, he eventually finds him. Plays it forward with Albert Lizinski. He plays it back to Engels, but it's past him, behind him. Warriors away. Cabello with Kurt Engels on his back. Wanted the body contact, wasn't ready for it. He's down on it back. He's lucky. Oh, beautiful little turn. Finally, one of them pays off. But the pass forward, it's too Larry. He's not doing the basic stuff right at the moment, Cabello. He really isn't doing the basic stuff and getting it right. It's pretty disappointing to watch because we know how good he can be. Oh, and as another free kick's paid, he definitely came from behind that time. You have to admit that. But once again, a lot of ball. But Lockie Nichols in the book. So Jimmy Hall is certainly having his way, and he's been pretty consistent. You got to admit, but certainly a lot of the ball happening there for the in the tackles and getting penalised. As long as it's consistent, we don't mind. It's Courtney to take here. Take inside of halfway. Got to have a sub on the great Pelican Ben Whitehall. Free kick's gone forward harmlessly, but the header's only as far as Marchioli. Goes over the top. Engels chance hit on the right foot. And as I said, right foot, you probably could have assumed what happened. Skied high and wide. Not dangerous at all. Here's Ben Whitehall. Ready to come on. And it's Adam McEwen, who's been going to be handed the vest.
Pretty good this half.
He has been very lively. He's really turned the pressure on. Had a couple of half chances. His touches sometimes a little bit to be desired, but at the same time, when he's that dangerous, the whole team's pressuring the way they are. He's certainly played a part in that. So 15 and extra time minutes to go for Ben Whitehall, and newly transferred. Played with a lot of these blokes at Newtown. Interesting to see where he goes. He obviously doesn't have an instruction. He just said to Ethan Engels, you choose which wing, and Ethan chooses the left wing. Ben Whitehall to the right wing. There you go. So Donahue not really making that much of a call on that one. It's forward to Kurt Engels. Sticks the injured head in there and gets a good header. Ethan Engels has taken off him. It's now with Phillips. Plays it central of the Merns. He takes on Fag in a dangerous spot, but he does beat Marshall to the ball. Plays it forward. Romney's continued his run forward. He might be able to keep this in. Oh, he's just skipped out before and unlucky there. We'll just get it out on the slippery turf. Zebra's throwing.
Clock against the Warriors. We're into the 76th minute, and this would be a huge loss for them in terms of the title race. It would have been a good time to win against their traditional rivals with South Hobart and the Rangers meeting on Sunday, but it wouldn't be a great result at all for the Warriors. Engels throws down the line. Lazinski lets it run. Ethan Engels gets a little foot in out to Lazinski, who puts it across the box, blocked out by Vandermeer. Comes to Marchioli at the top of the box, and he sends it into the houses across the road.
If the Zebras hold on to this one, which they look certain to do with just under 15 minutes of normal time remaining, they're going within a point, 4 points behind the Warriors. They're going within a point, and as you mentioned before, Damo, it's a huge loss for Olympia, especially if South Hobart and the Rangers are hoping for more of that fixture now, just to salvage this. What's looking like an imminent loss. Benny Whitehall with it now. His touches let him down. Straight into Alex Ralph. He gets it away from Marchioli and streams down the left through the middle. Sends it over to Kabangu, who has been flagged offside by Craig Phillips, who comically stumbled there as he held the flag up. So free kick for the Zebras. They'll be in no rush to take this one as Courtney just is standing over it, just rolls it forward slowly as he would like. 78th minute, it's 3-1 to the Zebras at the moment. They've come from behind here following Alex Ralph's opener early in the piece. Courtney sends it into Lazinski. Ben Phillips almost gets it fallen out to Kurt Engels now. He goes inside around Mills and Kabangu, but his touches again let him down. Nichols comes out with it. Ralph now puts through Wadawu. They're appealing for offside, but he's onside. Keeps going. Sends a cross ball over to Kabangu, who's had a bit of it on the right wing. Has a hit, and it sailed just wide of the left upright. Goal kick for the Tilford Zebras as the hopes start to dwindle now for the Warriors unless they can get a goal within the next 5 or so minutes. Vandermeer rushing to the touchline to receive some instructions from Glenn McNeil. He looks to be signalling to someone to go forward. Looks like Gus Rumney. 3 at the back it is. 3 at the back for the Warriors. As Vandermeer signals with his 3 fingers up. So they're all out attack now, and the Zebras must be wary.
Fair play to Glenn McNeil. They pretty well have to at this stage in the contest, I think. Not a lot gained from just keeping those 4 back there. Wrestle for possession on the far side. Benny Waddle, is it? Yeah, I think he's Benny out there as his first involvement. And Zebra's ball now as Ferns looks through. He's entering the box on the right side. He's got Engels inboard. He finds him. Engels lets it run. Comes to Lazinski and he fires wide. A golden chance from Zebras goes begging.
I tell you what, that puts the game to bed if he scores that. He just had a chance just to tap in on the side foot. It's just blazed away. Good pressure again from the Zebras, and it is going to be Olympia throwing deep in their own half. They felt Lazinski beautifully there. For mine, you've got to be at least testing the goalkeeper. Pretty lazy there for this one, I thought. Ball goes forward. Rumney controls very well back to Cabello. Plays it inside. A lot of room here for Lockie Nichols. Plays out left-hand side. Alex Ralph up against Dwayne Walsh. Cuts inside him, and he's looking to go forward. With Cabello now, he's got a bit of space now. Waterloo's taken over instead. Lost control of the ball, and it's going to be a corner for the Warriors. Just very easy to do a counter-attack on the whole way, length of the field. Finally, the pressure of the Zebras waned, and Olympia found himself in a dangerous spot. Takes it quite short. Ralph, top of the box, he's got a lot of space. Delays on the ball, way too long. Oh, good ball gone forward. Charles hit it forward, and it's gone. Albert Lazinski is away here. Jono Griffith's coming with a lot of speed. Yeah, Lazinski's got a chance. He's held the ball up, he holds it back. Benny Waddle, first game back.
Oh, Benny Waddle! Waddle!
White noise, Whitehall. Ben Whitehall pops it away.
Great goal from Benny Waddle on debut. You got to say, lovely bit of play by Lazinski, just to hold things up, really calm in possession. Sent a nice ball across the box. It was beautifully weighted, and Benny Waddle made no mistake and put it in just inside the right upright. And Zebras, they should walk away with this one. They lead 4-1 in the 81st minute.
Yeah, the clearance from the Zebras defence fell to Lazinski, who only had 1 man on him, and he was in his own half as it came through, rendering him obviously onside, and streaming forward, and he held it up. Griffiths held him up pretty well, and then he just took his time, no real pressure, and fed it across to his former Eagles teammate in Benny Whitehall. He's been on the park for no more than 5 or so minutes, and he slotted his first goal. Sensational stuff for him. We'll say that Andrew Taliga has come on, the defender, the experienced centre-back, one of best and fairest for the club a few years ago, has come on for attacker Ethan Ingles as the Zebras look to obviously shut up shop here. It's the 82nd minute. All hopes are extinguished for the Warriors. The Zebras will most likely walk away with points here, unless begging some kind of bizarre miracle, which you hardly doubt considering Taliga's come on. Ingles clears out now. It's fallen to Mearns, and Taliga gets his first touch, goes to Ferns. He turns around Cabello, and he's muscled over by Nick Mearns. Jimmy Hall will probably look to go for a card there, but I think he's just going to give young Nick Mearns a bit of a warning. So the Zebras, again, in no hurry to take his free kick inside the centre circle. As Kurt Ingles hits the touchline on the grandstand side, looking for probably a quick free kick if he can, and Jed Donohue's just signalled to him, just relax, mate. Just settle on the ball a little bit, and it's gone from fielding straight out to Ingles on the left as predicted. But his touches let him down, and Vandermeer clears out. It's gone over the head of Courtney, and Woodari gets a head down to Cabanu, but it's cleared out well by Joshua Fielding, who's also been quite solid tonight.
You got to say, Warriors, it was always going to be a bit of a gamble with 3 at the back. It's one of those things you're probably going to get caught on the counter, but risk reward, you got to weigh it up, and I think India's done the right thing there, and the extra goal might not look too pretty against their name, but he had to chase the game. Long boot here from Ferguson. Long and strong looking for Lazinski. Eludes his head. Bounces over the top. Mearns heads down. Lazinski puts it over the top. Benny Whitehall could be a chance for a brace here. He does well to control it and just fires wide. I thought he'd almost found a goal there. Benny Whitehall did terrifically well. Controlled with a bit of a volley, brought it down and just put it wide.
Look at the live wire. He's happy to be amongst the ex-Eagles boys. Benny Whitehall back amongst it. Love it. As Benny Phillips tries to get it away and does get it away for the Warriors with Aussie Hoofs on the right-hand side. He cuts inside, takes a bit of a risk, but it's all right. Finds Means in the middle. Plays on the left-hand side. Oh, Walsh managed to cut it out. Does well on the right foot. He wins the ball against two Warriors and plays it forward. Whitehall just misjudges the zip off the turf. And Means just takes a little bit of a party trick past Whitehall there in the end. Ralph plays the ball with that trusty left foot. Finds Kabunya, who finds Griffiths in turn. He's gone down the left-hand side now. Griffiths not giving the ball away here. Kabunya is onside. He's going to play on. Here we go. Well, Fish gets a good foot in there, fielding. It's back with Kabunya again. Once again, a good footing from Dwayne Walsh. Right in the corner now in the attacking half of the Warriors. Oh, tries a little bit too much of a party trick there. It should be Ferguson. Does very well to get the ball. He's not sure about that. He's ended up calling a goal kick. I think that's either a foul or a corner from the line, but at the end of the day, a goal kick, averted, Zebras won't mind.
Can't decide, go the middle one that actually probably shouldn't be an option in the first place. One thing we probably haven't noted enough is that the fact that Zebras have Matty Ferguson as their backup keeper. He slots in with Pitchy off, and superb backup. They will be starting just about everywhere else. And he's been great tonight for the Zebras. Really held strong at the back, made some crucial saves. He knocks this one long and strong, looking at it for Marciali on halfway. Cut off by the Warriors to Cabello, who hasn't had his best night. Puts out to left of Ralph. He puts it straight across the box, looking for Rumney. Cut off by Angles of the Kurt variety. Looks in for Walsh. Chopped out by Nichols. Gets it rolling to Griffiths. He doesn't keep it in, and it just rolls out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Zebras on the far side as they can just sort of kill off these last 5 minutes or so. It's party time for the Zebras, so the result all but done and dusted here at KG5 Football Park. Came in the underdogs, did the Zebras, but the traditional rivals, you never know, it can always go either way. Zebras beat them earlier on in the year when Warriors were red-hot favourites, and it's happened again. As I said before, Zebras are a licorice all sorts. You just cannot pick them. They beat the teams you don't think they will, and they lose to the teams you just think they couldn't possibly lose to. But it really makes Victory League an exciting league, and Zebras a bit of a nightmare for tipsters, and I reckon a nightmare for fans to follow. Griffiths looks in a bit of trouble here. He's just chilling down there. I reckon he's cramping up a little. He stayed up there. I don't know what's going on here, Corndell. Maybe you can elaborate.
He laid down, so Jimmy Hoddle will stop the game. He then goes to get back up to sub off, and Jimmy Hoddle says, get back down. I've never heard a ref actually tell someone to get on the ground. And now he's just going to come off, get a little bit of treatment. I don't think the substitutes are actually ready to go here, which is a bit strange with 4 minutes plus injury time left. You think if you're the third sub, you're sort of ready to get on, but apparently not. So Griffiths is now on the sideline. It'll be Olympia throwing their defensive half. With Phillips looks to go long down the left-hand side. Nichols under the ball, gets a good touch on in front of Waterloo. Oh, but Gigi does well there. Nichols against 3 Zebras. Manages to keep the ball beautifully. Aussie Wolf Rumney on the right-hand side now. Up against Kurt Edwards. He's got Menzies behind him. He's not, but he does give it to him now. He tries to get across it. He does get in, it's deflected. Ferguson looks to come collect. Waterloo, a little bit of positioning there. Tries to get under his feet, but Ferguson is solid as ever. Manages to collect comfortably. And now send it long. Look to get Lazinski under the ball. Whitehall might be able to skip on here and get a chance. It has gone over the back, but it's only as far as Jake Vandermeer. Ferns does well to win the header. Lazinski should rise. Chest beautifully up against Ben Phillips. Chest again. Chest City. Plays down the right now. It's with Ben Whitehall. Not his best touch, but he's managed to beat the defender. He's on the right-hand side. Ralph bodies up to Ben Whitehall. Not really a contest I expected. And Ralph comes away with the ball. Good smarts there from the little fella. Gives it to Cabello, who's coming through the middle of the field now. On the right-hand side, gives it to Waterloo, turns sharply on the right foot. Plays it through ball, very hopeful through ball. Very tough for the venue to do anything with that at all. And it's gone out harmlessly for a goal kick. He's going to be a sub now. Stuart Page has come on for Olympia. Did he score in the last Victory League game? On debut. He looks like he's the one that's going to go straight where Griffiths was, playing on the left side of the back three. Probably not going to score a goal from the left centre back. The ground announcer has no idea who's come off. And he's just let it out, so not his best effort there. Thank you. Alright, so we've got that sorted out. We know who's come off. It's all finally sorted. It's going to be a free kick. The Zebras on the halfway line. The Fizz has gone out of the game. Do you think it's wrapped up? Probably no more goals. 4-1 looks like being the end result, unless there's a plucky chance just come out from nowhere. It's going to be Fag to take the free kick just inside the attacking half. Stutters, stops, starts again. Now it plays it forward. It's quite long. There's can get a head on it just over his head. Then made a good spot to clear with the left foot, and it's gone to Alex Ralph on the left-hand side. Very defensive position. He hasn't really pushed forward much, Alex Ralph. He's trying to get his foot on the ball as much as he can. Latter pass of this half. Going forward on as far as Kurt Engels, who heads clear to Nicholas Merge of the Warriors. Looks to set up a bit of an attack here. Goes past Marcioli, plays it forward, but really gets a bit of a foot in the back there from Talaga on his first impacts. We'll call a foul. Ferguson off his line from the through ball, does get it. The mate just wasn't too happy with himself there for that effort, but Ferguson smartly off his line. So now he's fielding, plays it forward to Ferns, he skies the ball, but it is good enough to get to Walsh on the right-hand side, controls it nicely. Turns his back away from goal. He's got no options to give it to his man. It's really hard for himself here. He plays a long way back away from goal. Fielding now with the ball. Not under a lot of pressure though. The Warriors seem to have shut up shop as well. It is Ferguson to be clear. There's a bit of pressure from Waterloo, but not enough to misplace the pass. Lazinski's attempted laugh goes forward. Mern's got a chance. Romney through into the box here. He might be able to keep this in. A chance happening if Romney can. He's on the side of the box here. Cabello, a chance to get early ball. It does. Oh, just misses Kabudja's head. Good header from Josh Fielding there. As Dwayne Walsh breaks away from the Zebras. Kicks it, tries to kick it long, but beautifully blocked and controlled by Alex Ralph. On the left-hand side, chance to whip it across, and he does now. Romney trying to attack it. Oh, he's just mistimed the header. Engels managed to get the first contact. Romney gets a slight deflection on the clearance. It will be a Zebras throw. Waddle flanks those on the left-hand side. He's got a chance to throw it. Courtney, good leadership really when there's only a couple of minutes left. There's no need for Waddle to take the throw. As Kurt Engels taking in the defensive half. Got a couple of options forward. Lazinski is long, does go long, reaches Linsky easy. The header's gone over the top. Vandermeer versus Ferg. Vandermeer's back first, heads it down to himself, then clears. No nonsense. If in doubt, kick her out. I love that. It's probably my favourite football saying, I reckon.
It's definitely my football mantra because I'm rubbish. But we're into the 91st minute, so beyond full time as Lazinski tries to milk the clock a little bit, runs to the corner, ends up coming back to Engels. He puts it across to Liga, who's probably in uncharted waters for the experienced defender, chips it over the top, headed down by Moons, gets things going out to Gabangu, cut off by Walsh, dashes forward, guessed by Ralph. Well, I don't think he knew what he was doing, but it was nicely done from Walsh. And slid away does Stuart Page, the substitute, sees it out of play for a Zebras throw in. So we're into the 92nd minute. You wouldn't think there's too much added time in this one, Corn Dog. It's probably a good time to get your standouts, Corn Dog, this second half. You've only seen the second half, but a lot's gone down. Who have been the three that's probably stood out for you?
Well, I'd have to say you looked straight towards the Zebras. I mean, 3-0 in the half. As Corny plays it forward. Chancey, Whitehall over the back. Might get there first. Phillips gets there first. Deflecting to Whitehall. And Nesta saves. Best on for me, best on for mine has been Marcioli. Not for anything he's done glamorous-wise, but they've had a lot of pressure on, and he's pretty much kick-started. All he's been working so hard, you're not really sure if he's an attacking mid, a defensive mid, he's been absolutely everywhere. And for mine, the reason why they're so on top is the pressure and their will to win the ball. And for that reason, I'm giving him my 3 votes. I think he's been fantastic. Unfortunately for the backline, they're going to miss out a bit on the votes because they just haven't had a lot to do. I think Lazinski's just played a part in pretty much all their attacking forays, so he's got to be a big part of it for mine, and for my reports had a very good first half as well. So Lazinski second best on. And finally, I'd probably say Curran Ferns. Yeah. Got his foot on the ball, hardly given the ball away, won a lot of headers, and his goal really kick-started this half. And Zebras are attacking now. Henry Fag in a good position, got a chance to go forward. Ferns is making a run. Fag hits it straight in the grateful hands of Nesta. Looked like Fag might have dipped that one over the top. So just to reiterate, 3-2-1. Marcioli, Lazinski, Ferns. I think it's a bit of a surprise that as they play it forward, Ferns gets it through. Talaga in the box, chance to cross. Does kick it back a little bit. Lazinski, great touch around the first defender. Taps it with the toe. Jumps over the defender. I don't think that was a penalty. A couple of calls for a penalty, but I don't think so. The Warriors away here, out in a bit of space. building up against him. He takes him on the right foot. Footing, definitely not expecting that. Cuts back onto his left foot. He beats footing again. That's cut out by Russell Corney. Partners in time. Pretty fair defensive pairing, those two.
Ferns plays it through, looking for Lazinski and Fitting. I mentioned those two because they're probably my two teams today. I think Ferns and Lazinski, I'm not going to put them in order, but I think they've both been instrumental in this one. In terms of a third, I think Fag's really battled well, and a key part of shutting down the Warriors has been shutting down the drive of Cabello, because just hasn't been involved at all in this half. As I say, that Fag chases down a ball away from Alex Ralph. He looked to whip it into the box. He does so, but knows Zebra's home. Nesta collects with a bit of fumble on his chest, rolls it out to Ralph. Yeah, Ludders, onto you with your probably your best players. And also, I should give a special mention to Alex Ralph, who in the first half was really exceptional for the Warriors and ignited them. But unfortunately, he just hasn't had a lot of appeal in this half.
I find this really difficult choice to make. As he said, Ralph was good for the Warriors initially. Cabello, still up to Cabello, he has a shot. It's hit the post, and it's fallen out to Walsh, who attempts to clear it. Let's come straight back to Cabello. There's your 18, and no, he's looking to find maybe another consolation. The Zebras should regroup here. It's fallen to Gus Rumney. Warren Wadawa, who tries to get around Ferguson, who's done very well as Ferguson. Chips it over Ferguson. They can't catch a break, the Warriors. It's falling out to Moons. There's a strike. It's come off Walsh. Talega gets a header away. Out to Marchioli, and the Zebras clear, and they do. And that is the full-time whistle. 4-1 victors are the Tilford Zebras. What a remarkable turnaround. My best players, just quickly, I think Henry Fagg, probably my best on. Curran Ferns and Russell Courtney, Kurt Engels, probably tie for one vote with Curran Ferns at the moment for mine. I think Kurt deserves a very honourable mention. He was superb, as does Josh Wood.
Pretty good team performance.
Yeah, that was
I'm recording. Glenn, you were excellent in the first half, but just couldn't get enough goals.
Yeah, that's a little bit of the problem. There were many problems in that second half. We seemed to just have some sort of brain explosion that couldn't complete a pass in the final third. Had opportunities at times, couldn't convert. It was a bit of an embarrassment, really.
Eduardo didn't really fire. He seemed to be a man marked out of the camp by Henry Fagg at times.
Yeah, sure. Look, Zebras were very good at dropping back and making things hard for us. And they did it very well and got us on the counter-attack. So congratulations to them. They were outstanding.
You left three at the back towards the end there and pushed Gus Romney up. I guess you were chasing the game, but you conceded one after that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it doesn't matter if you lose 2-1 or 3-1. Of course, a loss is a loss. It's just about the points at this stage. So we just wanted to, at that stage, to try and get something out of the game. And, we had one-on-ones with the keeper. We did have an opportunity to level it there. So it's just very disappointing on our part.
You think some of your forward players should have dropped back when they lost possession? They seemed to stand and watch. Yeah, possibly. I'm not going to point the finger at any individuals. It was a collective effort. It's a poor one. So really, it was kids and men out there in the second half.
Is it coming back to the poor striker problems of last year? You struggled a lot with the front third, and you didn't have Manny tonight as well. Are there striker problems?
Yeah, well, obviously Manny's injured, so we're looking to get him back as soon as we can. But nevertheless, it was poor, and it's not just our striker, but it's the top four really. So it was just poor.
Manny was on the bench though. Just an emergency.
He wanted to get a freebie to get in. That's what it was. We had a spare spot on the bench, so he said, "Can I come in for free?" And we said, "Yeah."
It was an excellent, entertaining game though between two traditional rivals, don't you think?
We relish these games, and that's why it is so devastating that you lose against a rival like that in that manner. For me personally, it's devastating.
It's difficult after such a run of 6 games, I think it was, prior to round 3 earlier this year, and then you've lost 2 on the trot now.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I talked about it with Jed at the press conference, that we had the week off, whether that was a plus or a negative, and they had a high-intensity match just recently, so we'll obviously today's efforts, like the week-to-week propositions the best.
Does this leave your title hopes a bit up in the air, or do you still think you can contest?
Well, now we have to rely on other results, and we didn't want to do that. We wanted it to be in our hands, but nevertheless, we've let it slip, and now we have to rely on, or hopefully, Rangers getting a result. So we'll see what happens.
Well, you can't score from every chance, but would you agree that you might have had 4? It could have been 4.
Well, potentially, yeah. There was certainly some great opportunities, and just the keeper to beat, and it wasn't just one. So, yeah, very disappointed on that in that area. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Walter.
I am obsessed with the clean sheet.
But you can still win without one.
Yes, I found that out tonight. That's the first, actually. Yeah, I was surprised. But,
There we go.
all right to go. Well, I thought, well, they're a good team. First half, probably had 60% of possession and had a spin back. They had lots of chances. I mean, at half-time we tried to focus on what we could improve on, where we could improve in terms of jobs we're doing, getting the simple things right and try and get a little bit of an overload in certain areas when we're going forward. But I think teams, well, all teams, you score a goal, you get a lift. Last week we can buy a goal, and we didn't play very well.
Janet, it's a 4-day turnaround from Monday, and that was obviously a very disappointing loss. How does the team go out and rally in such a manner? What was said at training?
I think well, as you say, a week is a long time in football. You go from a 0 to be a bit of a hero, but it's the players that make the difference. It's their effort, isn't it?
How do you think Henry performed in the middle of the park? Was he close to your best on?
Well, Henry does the job. We give you 100%.
Was he main marking Cabello in the first half?
He was looking at him. We try to match up in the middle of the park, 3-on-3, so when they got a ball, we'd have somebody there. And I thought we did a better job in the second half. But that's the thing. You get a few goals. You get the ball runs your way. You know, you get a little bit of luck, you make it, and that's the difference. There's not much difference, honestly, between winning and losing. Although there's a big difference in how you feel.
Kurt did well with his injured nose and that. He was even taking headers.
He was 50-50. You know, we looked at it at training on Thursday. We weren't sure if he'd start, but he said he was okay. We chucked a few at him at training on Thursday night to see what he did, if he got out of the way. Yeah, but yeah, he did well.
And a classic debut for Whitehall. Great finish.
Benny, he's lightning, isn't he? Yeah.
And such a simple move, long clearance out from the back.
But he has an understanding with Albie, so it just makes it easier. When someone comes in, they have that relationship already. A bit of a combination. He's a good man to come in first run, really, for us.
Is there a chance that Mark Page could be out for the season?
I think so. He's fractured ankle and there's some blood issues in the marrow, so yeah, we're waiting to find out from the specialist. He's probably out for 6 weeks at least.
But it didn't really matter out there tonight. Obviously, he's played a crucial role in defensive midfield.
Yeah,
Henry played there from now on.
Yeah. Well, he's a straight slot. Sit in, slot in. Henry likes to be more of a number 8 than a 6. He wants to get forward, but he was very disciplined tonight. Second half we were disciplined. Everyone did their job.
Did Fern sort of show what you missed on Monday? He was pretty influential tonight, I thought.
He's a very skillful player. I mean, that's why he was brought down here, because he can play football. Yeah. He's skillful, talented.
Will Ferguson retain his place?
We're going to have a chat with him after. Fergie's his own critic. You know, he's an honest player. And he's beating himself up now on the free kick. Yeah, he'll be right. Pitchy's got work complications for.
Yeah, no, I sort of meant in the sense that Fergie's in, they win.
Yeah,
Pitchford was missing, bad luck.
Yeah, we're fortunate to have two quality keepers, and they work very well together. And they support each other. That's what you want.
Scoring seems to be a deficiency this season. What went right tonight in that regard?
I wish I knew. I have to look at. You know, sometimes after a game, it's not a good time to do analysis because you're full of, testosterone and emotion. So yeah, we'll reflect on it and we'll look at it and see what we can build upon. But it is about combinations, isn't it? It's about working it. There's a patch. Well, we hit so many balls into the car park tonight as well. We have to work on that. It's just hitting the target. Thanks, guys.